Well, welcome. Tonight, we're going to meet some people who run programs at one of the gems that Milford has, taking care of our kids. And now I learned that taking care of our adults too.
Everybody.
So why don't we start
All
with
right,
introductions?
Okay. My name is Jen Ward, and I am the director of the Milford Youth Center.
I am Joanna Abrantes, and I am the program coordinator.
I am David Abrantes, and I'm the program supervisor.
This is getting strange. We just found out that his family is from the same area as mine,
Yes.
and I did not know that. My name is Alberto Abrantes Correa.
Really?
So
Are we
this,
related?
Daddy?
talk about we say Milford's a small area.
Right?
But yes, my middle name, my daughter's name, the person I recommended you talk
Yes.
to about Best Buddies,
Yes.
Yes.
Alexis Abrantes Forget.
So funny.
Oh, wow.
Small
We
world.
might be related.
I know. And they're
You
not
know-
originally from Milford, though, so which is even the
Yeah,
funniest
no.
part.
Well, we're
Yeah.
from Cambridge, which used to be Little Portugal. back in the
Cambridge.
day. Yeah,
Cambridge.
Cambridge. Yeah.
Somerville.
So,
Yes.
the youth center. Last time I got calls that said, you didn't tell us what they do. What is their mission? And I promised that was last year.
Okay.
That this year we'd start off with, what is the youth center? Give a little bit of history, because I grew up playing ball hockey in the Armory, which was the youth center.
Yeah, so I've been at the youth center for well over now almost 10, 15 years, somewhere between then. And everybody from Milford has a story from the youth center, from back when it was an armory and then it became a youth center. But it's a beautiful facility from 1911. We're really proud of it. Has gone through some very expansive renovations. Thankful to not only grant funding, but mostly town meeting funding. So we're really proud of the facility. It's come a very long way. And our main purpose is, and why it was founded, was to be a youth center. So we do service the after-school program from after-school hours to 6 p.m. for all Milford residents or students attending Milford Public Schools, free of charge. So that's for the 10-month of the academic calendar year. But we've really grown into more of a community center over the years. So we also have morning programs where Joanna actually runs an amazing kids play program once a week on Mondays for 0 to 5. And then we have a respite group that comes in 2 days a week in the mornings as well. We also run a free senior walking program, which I think we had over 15 seniors this morning walking. We love
Pretty
our
busy
senior
in
walking
there.
program, yep, where we actually serve coffee and treats to them as well after they walk. They're welcome to stay in and hang out at the youth center. And then once 2:15 hits, we have that 80 to 100 kids a day at least. And then in the evenings, we transition into a rental program that helps offset all the costs to help run a free after-school program for those for that 10 months of the calendar year. So we not only let outside organizations and Milford programs rent the facility, but we also run some programs ourselves, like adult open gym pickleball and basketball, which is really popular. I think we had 30 participants in adult open gym last night.
Yeah.
So lots going on, weekends, morning, evenings, nights. It's always open. This is our busiest time over the winter. We have softball and baseball in the program, in the facilities using it, which we're really proud of our new turf that we were able to get through fundraising efforts as well. So never a dull moment at the Milford Youth Center, serving
No.
0 to, I'm not going to say how old the oldest senior citizen is that comes to our youth center, but there's some amazing people that come utilize the facility.
Very good job.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
But that's great, because the town's invested $6 million in the facility. And to see that the seniors, the kids, everybody's using it.
Everybody's welcome.
Yeah, it's a good
In some
investment.
capacity. We have something, I feel, for everybody.
Wow. It's hard to believe what it's grown into. You're saying there's 100 kids a day come in?
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's
They
that-
get dinner and snacks too.
Yep. Yeah. And then
that
that's going to
door
increase.
does not stop.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to increase come March, which
Yeah.
we'll talk like a little bit later about that. But our March Madness program that's the highest peak that we get with numbers because of how popular that program is that we run month long. But yeah, we'll go well over 100
Oh, yeah.
a day with
Yeah.
just the after school.
Why
program.
do kids come to the youth center? I mean, there's so many programs after school at the high school, and What's so special about the youth center?
Well, I'll let Joanna and David after I talk briefly because their kids actually utilize youth center, so I think they're perfect examples of why their kids come. But I think we have two types of kids that come. I mean, it's open and welcome to everybody, but there's kids that come there because it's a safe, warm environment every single day after school that utilize it for a place to go every day, whether it's to have a meal or just to play in the game room or the gym. And then there's kids that utilize it strictly just for programs, like they want to do March Madness, they want to do Joanna's art program or David's boxing program with Brian or woodworking. So there's a select group that sign up for the specific programs that we offer, but then there's a large group that just come every day because it truly becomes their second home after school. So, but Ben and Evander, their kids have grown up at the youth center, so.
Yep. They just want to be there. Like, they know that after school, then that's where they're going. So our older one is now a freshman at the high school, so he has a little bit more say in what he's doing after school. But our youngest is at Stacy, and he knows just right after school, he walks right over to us, and it's amazing and convenient, and it's one less worry for us of where he's going or what he's doing while we're at work. And it's amazing for us that we're working, but our children can be with us, you know, and they want to be there. I think that that's the most important for all of the kids. It's nothing against school because it's school, but they want to be at the youth center. So they are willingly going there. There's no arguments. Well, I shouldn't say that, but there's no argument of
They're
whether.
teenagers, there's always
Right,
going to be.
there's no argument of whether or not they want to be there because they all want to be there. That's why they're willingly going there after school and participating, and you know, they get to be with their friends in a safe, relaxed environment. So
It always seemed like an alternative to high school programs. Because, you know, people ask, well, why don't we have the same programs at the high school? And if I remember right, it was always, there's certain kids that just don't want to be in the high school or don't want to be at school all day, all night. And it gave them an alternative place to go.
yeah, I mean, that's understandable for kids.
I guess it's more freeform. They have the choice. They can sign
Yeah.
up or not sign up. They can sign up and change their mind. There's so many programs and such a big variety of things there that they can do or try out just to see if they're interested in it and then back out. So I think they just
Well, they can go down
like-
and just hang out too, right?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Which a lot of kids just come through and hang out in the cafeteria or just sit in the gym and hang out.
For the game room, yeah, it's
The staff that works there are kids, so like everyone's just super familiar with each other. It's
Yeah.
almost like a place for kids run by kids,
How
but
big
managed
is
by
it?
adults.
We're big kids at heart, though. We're all big kids at heart. That's what makes
Yeah.
it work.
How big is the staff now?
Oh, wow. So we have over, I would say almost 20 to 25 part-time staff that are all funded as well. We self-fund those as well because the town covers our 3 full-time staff and half
I
of
was
our
going
youth
to say,
fund
the
does.
last
Yeah.
budget I saw 3.
Yep, 3.
How'd it grow to 20?
Well, you guys don't pay for you don't pay for the part.
Fundraising.
Yeah, that's all our fundraising and rental revenue that we're able to, and grants. We are very lucky to get a annual grant from the state through the Youth Works funding program that allows us to hire income eligible youth in addition to our staff, which has been a huge blessing in terms of being able to hire more staff, but also we are able to help out other entities in town, whether they're other town departments or town businesses. So we've actually had a staff here a few years ago at Milford TV that was paid fully through the grant that we oversee. We have the Parks Department, the Highway Department, Sweet Inspirations here in town. That was the first year we were able to get a staff member at their location. So we're really proud of some of the extra programs that we're able to get, especially through different funding resources.
So you raise money to get kids positions outside the youth center.
Outside the youth center, inside the youth center.
Yeah, both.
That's cool.
Yeah,
yeah.
we do it all.
And it cracks me up every day. At least one child asks us, "Did you just get here?"
Yeah.
Right before them. I'm like, "Yeah, 5 minutes ago. We just got here." They think we roll in right
Yeah.
before they do.
Some of us do.
Well, they think Jen is the Capital One lady. You know that commercial on TV where they say, "What do you do after hours?" And they show the guy living at Capital One.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
basically.
probably,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I'm trying not to live there as much. That's my New York resolution. My New York.
Right after she
My
goes to
New
New
Year's
York.
resolution is to leave on time.
Oh, yeah, that's fun. That's when the mom and me comes out and I yell at her, I'm like, it's time to go.
Most popular program.
Woodworking with me.
It
You know,
is a
that's
very popular.
fascinating because for years, we've brought up the fact that the trades programs were lacking in Milford. I mean, when I grew up, well, when my father came here from Mungwald,
Yeah,
you put him in an organic chemistry class, he would not do well.
right.
Give the man a tool.
Yeah.
He was an artist. But yet, 8th grade, you had your choice.
Yeah.
You either went to BVT, if you wanted to be a tradesman, or you went to Milford High to go to college. But you can't get into BVT unless you're in the top 10, 15% of the academic ratings. So a lot of people like my father never got the chance. Now Milford High, the new Milford High,
Yeah.
is going to have Chapter 74.
Yep.
So we'll have different trades programs.
Yeah,
So I'm
that's cool.
fascinated to find out what
Cool
you're
stuff.
doing.
So at the youth center, they run a life skills program once a month. So different professionals will kind of come in and just give kids a taste of what they do. And what I do is basically just run a simple woodworking class where they can come. We have preset woodworking projects, and then they'll just do them with me, and I'll just walk them through it. So it's just a little intro to carpentry, see if it's something they would enjoy.
Which is David's background too, like, so he's well versed
Yeah.
in all of that,
Yeah.
construction.
For about 20 years, I was
Yeah.
doing that up until May.
What happened in May?
I decided I want to do something else. Now I'm trying to teach vocational. Now I'm trying to teach the trade, bring it back, hopefully.
Well, hopefully there'll be some opportunities in the new Milford High in 2030.
Perfect
Yeah.
candidate right here.
Yeah.
David's amazing. He volunteered
use
for
this
years
as my
for
interview
us.
process.
Yeah, I know, right? We snatched him for these programs because he would volunteer for years because Joanna worked here, and once we've been able to fundraise more and everything, we were like, David deserves a position here, and so it's been a pretty awesome experience to be able to expand those programs because he even volunteered to do those woodworking programs for years.
How do you do woodworking at the youth center?
Through
Ron's
trial and error. So like the first couple of programs, it might have been a little too advanced. So we just kind of whittled it down to something where they get a little tape, they can hammer, they can do a lot. But hopefully if it
Don't
grows,
you
we can
need
do more.
tools and,
Yes, we.
Yeah. So just simple hand tools. I'm not running table saws down there.
oh,
or anything.
okay.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We
Not yet.
have Ron's workshop, though, that
Yeah.
we dedicated to Ron Taylor, a space for him in the basement. And we have a whole, a beautiful setup, and they each will have their own workstation. They have a work table, and they have a tool set that, and basically everything that they need is in that tool set. David makes sure that the project that he chooses is, they can finish it within the time so that they have something to take home. And they love it.
You never cease to amaze me. There's always something special going on downstairs in the basement.
We've made the most of that space.
I remember when I went down there during COVID,
Yeah.
and there was a classroom in there.
And the
It's like, where did this happen? Well, we have classes in here. Now I find out you have woodworking shop in there.
Yeah, Ron was
It's always a
sort of
surprise.
the guy. He was
Yep.
running sort of a woodworking program.
Yeah,
He would
like-
let kids kind of, whatever projects they had, he would invite kids to work with him. So this kind of was born through
How
him
many
and
kids
dedicated to.
participate in the carpentry program?
Usually around a dozen.
So,
Yeah.
8
Really?
to 10.
8 to 10, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds fantastic, because you get a taste to decide whether you like it or not.
Yeah, and that was the whole premise behind the program.
Yeah.
I mean, Ron was such a dear, beloved member of our board and was a longtime volunteer prior to that. And it was similar to the story that you just told about your father. Ron always explained that he was just better with his hands, and he learned and was able to provide for his family with his experience in the trades. And his dying wish was for us to continue that type of programming at the youth center. And so within a year, we created Ron's workshop, and Joanna has done such an amazing job to expand the monthly life scales program so that every month we have a different, like between financial literacy to Ron's
CPR.
CPR, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
just-
amazing.
Common sense classes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We are trying to teach kids common sense, yes.
Just basic life stuff.
Yeah,
And you have a show coming up.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, we have our biannual fashion show, February 27th. It's a Friday night at 6:30. If anyone who's interested can reach out, either call or email. All the information is on the website. But we are very excited to welcome any participants. We have a information meeting scheduled for January 30th at 6:30, and that is a time for parents and guardians to come and ask any questions that you may have, but also welcome to answer any prior to that as well. Excuse me. During that time, we are also going to be scheduling free haircuts and styling. If any boy or girl wants their hairstyled, we'll do makeup and fittings for that day as well. So we'll have a lot going on at that meeting. Right now, we have Jackie's Boutique. Sandy Gray from the high school is going to be helping us with all of her amazing dresses and accessories that she has. So we will be utilizing that again this year. We also did that in 2024. New Generation is giving us some time slots for haircuts again. They did that 2 years ago as well. Haven Beauty has been amazing to us, and they have reached out and would like to participate and help with the fashion show as well. Luna's Place, amazing also. They are going to be giving us time, free, again, haircuts for the kids who participate if they would like one. So during that January 30th meeting, all of that would be, is when we will be scheduling these things with the kids. And we also have BVT, hair and makeup and possibly electrical will be helping us out for these things as well. So
And we're using two
Milford,
designers who are actual
yes,
kids
this
from
is
the
really
youth
cool.
center.
Oh,
oh
wow.
yes,
Yes.
So
really
two
cool.
kids from the youth center actually have their own clothing line, so it will be a real fashion show with real
Well, it's
youth
good to
designers.
see like the
Yeah.
cosmetology assistants.
yeah,
Because for a decade, we pushed BVT on a pure financial basis. Because we were sending kids to Franklin, Tri-County, for cosmetology.
oh,
And we kept leaning on Dr. Fitz saying, why can't we have a program? Why can't we have a program?
oh,
So now it's nice to see it coming back that
And
it's
they've done,
helping.
they've done that for years for our fashion show too. They were like our main source of hair and makeup for a long period, and we've just grown where other local businesses will help support us as well. But they've been longtime
Yeah.
supporters of this fashion show. No.
yeah, they were a great help 2 years ago. as
So
well.
if parents or kids want to be involved, what do they do?
So they can go right on our website, and if they just, either they can go to the newsletter link and everything will come up there, or they can go search right in the search bar and everything will pop up. You just read this, it's like 2 paragraphs, and it'll take you to the link to sign up, or it'll take you to the link for an individual use. You just gotta read it, and if you have any questions, or if you're not clear of which form you should be filling out, or anything at all, you can just call the center and one of us will help.
And we'll get the word out to another Abrance, Alexis Abrance,
Yes.
Forget,
Yes,
who runs the Best Buddies program.
yes, I would
Oh,
love
that'd be
to
great.
reach
Yeah.
out to her as well.
It won't be hard for you to remember that name.
No, I was gonna ask what her last name was, but I guess I don't have to.
See you at the reunion.
Yeah, so we're excited.
We had a great meeting this morning, actually.
Yep.
Carly Foth, who does some of our fitness and nutrition programs, amazing local individual,
Fit
is
Fun
actually going to
Carly,
be
yeah.
the speaker, and she's going to present on some of her challenges that she's faced and how she's overcome them. And then she connected us with another agency that is going to help us be even more inclusive as well, and even teach the kids some modeling skills and how to walk the runway, and help with other aspects, because that's their full time. She does that for a living. What was the name of the organization?
Her name is
Yeah.
Christy Raymond
Yeah.
from Humankind
Yes.
LLC. So, yeah, we had like Jen said, we had a great meeting with her this morning, and she is just all about it and ready to help us. And
Well, how many kids
Anyway.
did you get participating in the fashion show?
The goal is at least 40. We have a little
40
yeah,
kids?
Yep.
That's fantastic.
Yep. We have a little like maybe just under 30 right now. I
yes,
would
just
say.
under
Yeah.
30, I would say. But at the rate we're going, I
We're
feel
gonna
like
get more,
it's gonna be a little bit bigger because of the people that she.
Is gonna bring with
Yeah,
her. Yep. And then
so.
the David mentioned the two staff member, well, one staff and one member of ours. They have these amazing clothing lines that they run, and so they're gonna help just by their influence. They're gonna get some of their friends and some of the other kids to want to participate to wear their clothes. So it's a really
pretty
cool
cool.
full circle
So
moment.
kids at the youth center are designing clothes.
Yeah.
We
That's
can't take
exactly
credit. We can't
how
take credit
oh,
for it,
absolutely.
but
No,
they do
no.
it on
Yeah,
their
that's
own.
all on
yeah.
their
Like with
own,
their
yeah.
families and things like that. But that's exactly how
Yeah.
we and you walk by us 100 times a day. Do you
Yeah.
think maybe you should have mentioned that
Yeah.
to us?
And we're
At
so
least-
Just so
impressed.
that we
Please give
could.
me a free hoodie.
Yeah.
And one of them has a book published, and you can buy it on Amazon, and it's all about safety in football. And we were just, why do you not share these things
Yeah.
with us? Like, why do we have?
I know.
And so now
impressive.
Jen bought one for the center, and we have it upstairs on display, and we're so proud of these kids. Like it's amazing. So, but yes, to circle back, that the two lines will probably definitely
Yeah.
attract a little bit more attention. So
And you have a fundraiser going on now?
Yep. So Craft Roots reached out at the beginning of the year. They did this fundraiser for us last year as well. So they have a pretty awesome official Bruins jersey that they'll be raffling off for the whole month of January, and then they'll announce a winner in on the 31st at the brewery. And the tickets are $10 per ticket or 3 for $20. So you can do that right at the bar. And all the proceeds to that will go towards purchasing a 3D printer for the youth center to expand our programs even further.
A 3D printer?
3D printer. Yep. We're excited.
I know.
No hammers.
No hammers for that one.
well, maybe you could make one and print it.
That's cool.
This is true.
So you're doing high-tech training also?
Yep, we're trying to. We just
getting
got we just got a grant from the Milford Cultural Council to purchase an additional computer and a screen that will allow whoever the instructor is in that our computer lab to really teach different skills in a more effective manner. So that we're going to tie all of this in together for that computer space as well.
That's an interesting question, because somebody like me that just bought a new computer, would you be interested in getting a donation of a computer and screen and all?
In the past, I would say definitely yes, but we've been able to we just updated the actual computers in the computer lab
Oh, okay.
through our YouthWorks funding as well. So, over the years, we've always if somebody reaches out to us for a donation, if it can be an improvement to something we have currently, we'll 100% take it. But if we've been able to upgrade it in a way through
Well, if
funding
you can get a
and
new
things,
one
yeah.
through a grant, that's
Yes.
even better.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
So
mean-
our entire computer lab is fully upgraded will be upgraded at the end of the year, based from 2 grants and this fundraiser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So is that another hidden project downstairs, a computer lab?
it's upstairs.
That's
upstairs.
upstairs.
Yeah, yeah.
We have a secret
It's in
room
the secret
downstairs.
attic.
The only space that we really have to complete is the Music Multipurpose Media Center, which we've done telethons for, and we're just literally waiting for the work that's getting done to fix some of the renovation problems. We're actually looking to tackle that final project with not only the telethon funds, but we received a $25,000 donation from Amazon a few years ago, and then we also have state funding from last year that is we're allowed to use for this project as well. So that project will hopefully be getting started within this next fiscal year.
So what goes on in the computer lab?
So predominantly quiet zone,
Yeah.
right?
We excuse me, we have a program called Quiet Zone, and we run it from about 3 to 3:30, depending on what their homework load is like. And we run that Monday through Thursday, and kids have the opportunity to go in a upstairs quieter space with staff, and they can get their homework done, and they can utilize these computers that Jen has been talking about. Or they can just use the quiet space to play a board game or use the whiteboard to play games with their friends, just in a quieter space for a little bit. If
But
they
for
choose
kids who
to.
don't have computers available at home,
Yeah, these are they can.
this sounds interesting, because, you hear about families that are just getting started, and they got 2 or 3 kids and 1 computer, and the kids have to ration it. There's an alternative.
Yeah, they can definitely use them, and even if it wasn't during that set program and a child came to one of us and needed it to finish something, it was absolutely,
Yeah.
they would definitely be able to use them. It's
Yeah.
just, that just gives them that set time that they know, oh, at
They're
the youth
available.
center, I can do my homework during this time, and it kind of gives them that,
Academically, do you still have the academic help programs?
So we utilize the quiet zone for that time period, we've had volunteers reach out for like tutoring and things like that. And we've had individuals that have come in like last school year and offered specific type tutoring. But for the most part, if someone needed that type of academic help, we would have them utilize the quiet zone area and have our part-time staff help. And if we couldn't help them, then Joanna, who handles all of our volunteers, would do some type of outreach to be like, we need a math tutor to help so-and-so and things
actually,
like that,
when I was at outreach this past week at the high school, I had a young lady very interested in wanting to tutor. And I explained about the quiet zone, and she said that would be awesome. And I got her information, and she already reached out. Yeah, she was very excited about it. So hopefully that she can find a good time, either even twice a month or however often she can schedule herself into her busy schedule.
So there's room for volunteers, like
Oh,
people who've retired, like old men like me, who
that's
were
my
chemists.
favorite kind. You're flexible, your schedules.
But, you think about it in some of the STEM areas, the math, the chemistry, the physics, the biology. There's a lot of people who spent their lives in that field, biotech,
Yep.
who have now retired. Of course, it seems like I'm more busy now that I've semi-retired.
Are you asking me to run a program?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, we do have a monthly STEAM program, and if I could send you along a couple of program ideas, and if you're interested,
That'd be interesting.
I won't hold you. I won't lock you in yet. But
It is on camera, though. So.
That's the power of editing, though.
I never said that. But if you are interested, I'm not saying today
Well, it's
or
not just me,
tomorrow.
I'm just thinking of there's people like me
Yep.
Oh,
who
absolutely.
have time. who-
Most of my volunteers are retired and just like to keep busy, and I love it because they're great, and I appreciate them.
Yeah, I would say at least, and this is being careful, like over 50% of our programs are run by volunteers. Like we are so lucky
Oh, 100%.
in that capacity. Like and then that allows for so many different unique programs, like our gardening program, which is amazing.
Yeah.
That is run by all volunteers. The Greenleaf Gardening Club. We have
Sewing is
so many.
tomorrow.
I could do gardening, I could teach everybody what not to do.
Yeah. Same here. I can't keep anything
That's what
alive.
she teases me too. The woman who comes, she's like, "You this is not for you. You don't have a green
Yeah,
thumb."
so
I'm
I've
like,
had
"I
people look and say, you're a Portuguese and you can't grow anything? And it's like, yes.
know. I'm Italian, but I still can't." So
Milford TV that comes in twice.
Oh,
a
Well, wait a minute, the
Twice a month?
fundraiser, how
Yes.
does that work? You said
Which
it's
one,
for a month.
Yeah, so that's the Craft Roots one. So go down right to Craft Roots Brewery and purchase a raffle ticket for your chance to win a beautiful Bruins jersey and also to support the Milford Youth Center. Craft Roots has been amazing to us over the years. We hold our fundraiser, which you always join us at, so thank you for your support. So that's for the month of January, and then we actually have our 4th annual golf tournament as well, which is May 15th. So we've been really able to do amazing things with this event. First year we raised about 15,000, I think 19,000 actually. Second year, $25,000. Third year, $30,000 for the youth center. So that's our goal this year, to hit the 30,000, if not more, mark. But it's a huge commitment. We have a golf committee that helps run this event with me, along with our amazing staff, and we have amazing
Jen does
sponsors.
90% of it. We're like, what do you need? I'll go grab it.
We just wait to drive the car.
That's the best part.
So where do people go golfing?
Shining Rock. That's in North Bridge, and so we've done it for 4 years. This will be our 4th year at that venue, and we have all the sponsor levels will be available in February. But I did reach out to past sponsors after the new year, and I already have at least a quarter of them coming back.
wow.
So
Nice work.
we're really lucky in that way too. And then the foursomes, we had to have a wait list last year because so many people wanted to participate in the tournament as well. So it's a really great event to support the Milford Youth Center in a fun way. If you like golf,
Yeah.
it's really awesome
Yeah,
opportunity.
it's probably.
My
Yeah,
darling
it's-
bride likes golf.
There you
I
go.
kept saying until they have full contact golf. And Happy Gilmore who lives.
Yeah, I don't know how they do
It's
it.
all right.
Yeah, you can hit the. I
It's not
couldn't.
bad. It's fun
The
sport.
problem I always had is off the tee, I can hit it, and it goes. In
No.
the fairway, I can hit it, and it goes. On the green, I hit it, and it goes.
Where it goes, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not me.
What other programs?
Something just came.
Well, our actual most popular is March Madness. That's
Yep.
going to be the biggest in March. We have Queens of the Court in February, the Fashion Show. We have our
So
regular
what do you do for
programs.
March Madness?
Oh boy.
So March Madness, kids all sign up. Once we have a number, we divide them up into college teams, and then it's just a month-long tournament.
have
It's double elimination. They, what is it, twice a week they'll play each. We'll have games twice a week,
Yeah.
and eventually lead to a championship game.
Over 80 kids participate in that tournament alone.
Yeah.
But what do
Yeah,
they
yeah.
do? They just pick the teams, or?
Yeah,
It's
it's like
a process.
yeah, it's a draft. We
We
have
do a
like
draft.
a legit draft that takes like a couple hours.
It feels like that. It feels that way.
Feels like a.
Takes 2 days.
No, it takes about a good hour for the draft to be completed.
Greatest March Madness story I ever remember was my darling bride worked at a biotech company. I won't mention the name so I don't embarrass anybody. And the scientists decided they wanted to learn about this March Madness. The way they picked the teams was fascinating. 'Cause you'd sit there and you'd hear, this college has a very good neuroscience program. We should pick them. And we were picking them all on the basis of what biochemistry
It's funny.
That's
work
amazing.
they did.
Do they win?
No. But it was just so funny to see, this has a very good biochemistry section. We should pick them.
The really cool and unique part about the March Madness, which it's really one of my favorite programs that we've run over the
yeah.
years, is that we have, like with that draft process, we have the older kids be the team captains, but they have to pick from the younger kids first, and then we go back and forth. So you have some high schoolers playing with some young middle schoolers, and they really get to know each other and learn the game in a different way, and it's really fair. But it's like the only time you see those different kids
Yeah.
play together, right? And it's a really, really cool
But they're
thing
playing
to
together
see.
by picking teams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's usually comes down to about 16 teams,
Yep.
and then what is double elimination?
Double
double
elimination, yeah.
Yep. So it's double elimination, and it's great. They're all cheering each other on, and he might not know her, and she might not know him, but they just form these teams and.
Well, that was always the fascinating part when you talk to the kids. And I'm going back too many years when we asked the kids, why do you go to the youth center? You're in school all day with the kids. Why? And it was, well, there's no predetermined cliques and no judgment. It's a judgment-free zone.
Yeah, that's the coolest part of the youth center is literally everyone and anyone, like everyone just knows each other. It doesn't matter where they're coming from or
What clique you
they're-
might think
yeah.
you're in at school.
everyone for the most part
doesn't
gets
exist
along. They
there.
understand what it is there, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's really.
Well,
good.
that's gotta translate back to school.
I
think
wish.
so. Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
No, it definitely
Well,
does.
not,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
totally, but
I think it helps a lot.
Yeah.
how do you
I'm-
be friends at night and ignore them during the day?
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So it's great also for our kid, once he entered into his freshman year, it's not this
Oh, yeah.
unknown because he knows sophomores and juniors and seniors already.
Yeah,
And he's
that
very
Level
familiar
of
with them.
comfort,
So
yeah.
it's really cool.
Yeah, one of my
And-
favorite stories from one of our staff, Guy, who now is in college playing football, but when he was playing at Milford High football, he said that all these kids would be like screaming for him, you know, at when he was in the football field because they all knew him through the youth center, and then they were asking for his autograph and
Yeah.
things like that. So it's a really cool thing, especially like our part-time staff do an amazing job, and they build those relationships with these kids, and then they become role models, and like in the high school especially, like when it helps the younger kids navigate themselves into the high school experience. I really do believe, like David was saying.
And like there is this thing where like youth center kids look out for youth center kids, you know what I mean? Just because they're recognized. So.
We never had that growing up in the 70s in Milford. I mean, we had the Heights, Luby Ave, the Plains, and that was our little world. The only time we really ever got together was Hopedale Band concerts. We used to laugh in Water Street, the Larches. As soon as you hit the top of the Larches, you turned your hat around, and it went from being a Heights kid to a Milford kid. So if you got down to the band concert and somebody was picking on a kid from Luby Ave, normally we wouldn't associate with them, but they're Milford kids. Of course, when the concert was over and you came back up, you turned the hat around, you said, get back to the
Yeah.
Plains.
That's so funny. We used to do that back in the day too.
Well, at least it was a moment in time that everyone
Everybody came together.
Yeah. I love that.
And that's what hit me the first time we interviewed kids from the youth center,
Yep.
is it gave them a way of coming together in a very positive manner.
Yep. And that's what we really try to instill in their behavior at the youth center, because it is a privilege to have a facility 10 months of the school year free of charge, with the type of programs that we're able to offer and with all the funding and resources that we've been able to get, that they know that when they step into the youth center, that they must respect the facility, respect their peers, and respect all the staff and volunteers. Those are our 3 basic rules, and they really, we don't have many issues really, because they want to be there, and they
Yeah.
know that we're not gonna pretend like those are not what the expectations
Yeah.
are. So
We don't
it's
tolerate it. We just kind of call them out as soon as we hear something or you know, something inappropriate, or just like, hey, knock it off. Like, rather than letting it continue, it just
Well,
kind
if you
of
build
nips
the
it in the
right
bud.
environment,
Yeah.
it becomes self-perpetuating,
Yep.
you know, and we've not heard of fights and things like that.
No, there's regular stuff, but like kids are
Well, kids are gonna,
kids,
there's
yeah.
gonna be friction.
like-
Teenagers are teenagers.
kids happily leave their stuff around. They don't. There's no fear that someone's going to take it because everyone understands. Like, let's just keep it kosher with each other, and it works really
Well,
well.
it'd be hard to pinch somebody's phone and use it at the youth center.
And we have
would all
cameras
know.
too. So
Yeah, we have cameras,
that's
just in case.
Oh,
Just
that's
in
what
case.
they throw around. Get check the cameras.
Yeah.
Check them. I'm like, I'm not checking the cameras because you left your pencil in the who knows what. So, it's
But
pretty
you brought
great.
up something that it's free.
For
So
the
there's
10
no
Everything.
monetary issues that kids are gonna face at the youth center.
None.
Nope.
No, and some of those programs are like programs that would cost decent money outside of like the youth center. Boxing. Imagine sending your kid to boxing lessons, and we give them away for free.
Yeah.
We have weight room twice a week. So it's great.
Yeah,
Yep.
it really is.
Boxing?
Boxing. Brian Bell, he's great. I started working with him this year. He's really, really cool dude.
I would be the punching bag. I'd be the one catching.
That's my job. That's what I do
He's-
down there.
Yeah, it's no joke. He's been doing it for a very long time.
Yeah.
Knows
And
his
he's-
stuff. Yep.
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 He's great, and he just keeps coming back.
Yeah, I would say
What
one
else?
of our
Free
longest.
basketball lessons.
Yep.
I mean, we do everything.
Mhm.
Well, the summer program was always a big one.
Yes, so we do transition into a 6-week summer camp program. That is a paid program, but super affordable. $175 per week for Milford residents and $200 per week for out-of-town residents. But we do offer scholarships, and that does include everything. So that's from 8 to 4, breakfast and lunch, and all the field trips. So it's super affordable, but we try to, again, make sure that if there is any issues with that, that we have a financial aid process that people can apply for. But yes, our summer camp is super popular. We had to increase our numbers to 80 a day from 70 because of our long wait lists for our summer camp program. So
But now, 175 a week.
yes,
What's a comp for that in a private program?
well over. I mean, we
Triple.
at least 300 is what I've heard for a lot of camps. Like
I
at
don't,
least,
I think
and not
it's-
even
yeah, that's lowballing it.
Yes,
And
yeah.
I'm not just saying that, like, as a mom, before we lived in Milford, our girls who are older now, I can remember putting them in a camp, I almost did. But in Rosendale, they were there for a couple of weeks, and it was well over 300 a week each.
And it did not offer.
Yeah, and they
the youth
didn't
center
go on
offers,
field
yeah.
trips. They were just there in the facility, but we were both working, and we didn't have
The youth center.
option. We didn't have options, so we were, and I mean, like, it was a nice, but, I mean, in our 1 week, we go to the pool twice, we go to the lake once, and we go on a major field trip.
Yep.
And that's pretty awesome, I think.
The lake?
Yeah, we go to Mendentown Beach.
Oh, yeah.
We used
I
to
was
go
gonna
to
say,
Hopkinton.
where do we have
yeah.
the lake?
Sorry.
Yeah, no, we go.
I don't know why we call it that, but, I mean, it's a lake, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
it's a lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking of Milford. I said, we got a pond.
Yeah.
So we go to the lake in Mendon, and and just in comparison, and that was many years ago.
Yeah.
So can you imagine? I'm curious actually to know.
Well, I mean, the cost of, I hate to call it childcare, but
Yeah,
in the summer when you're working, unless you're a teacher,
yeah.
you have to find a place to
Right.
have your small kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And not everybody can afford $300-400 a week.
Yeah.
no, absolutely not. And times how many children you have, you know.
Yeah.
So
What's the split between Milford and non-Milford kids?
We had a ton of out of town
this
applicants
past
last
summer,
year.
yeah.
It was because I think a lot of people were hearing through like the grapevine about what we offered even for out of town, because that's still super affordable for out of town. So I mean, I would say like 75-25. I would say.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
75% of Milford residents.
Yeah, and 25% I would say, and it may be a little bit even lower, but yeah, I would say it's around that. Yeah.
And that's important because the Milford residents are the ones
Yep.
that put up the $6 million.
Yes. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that the children who came from out of town, I think a majority of what we saw was that their parents worked in
Yeah.
Milford.
Yeah.
So it was super convenient for them. Like I remember in particular, there was one nurse who worked at Milford Regional, but she lived out of town.
Yeah.
So it was super convenient for her to bring her children to us at camp, and she went to, while she was at work, and she was just so thankful that it worked out for her in that respect, because otherwise,
Well, but then
Would've
you're
been
saying
harder.
it's not just 75%. If you take people who are associated with Milford,
Yeah.
like the nurse,
right, yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
she doesn't pay property taxes in Milford, but
yeah,
she works in Milford, she eats in Milford.
correct, right,
Yes.
yeah. And she was,
I'm intrigued about the early morning because this last few weeks, my darling bride has voiced her objection to the New England weather now that she likes to get up and walk in the morning.
Come to the youth center.
What time do you open?
So the senior walking program is from 11:30 to 1 every Tuesday and Thursday, and then we have some like during like break weeks we might change those hours because we have the kids during the morning time period. But But once you sign up for the program, you get a weekly reminder and then a monthly newsletter that will give you all the dates and times for the program. But again, super popular program, and we love our seniors. A lot of
Yeah.
them become volunteers too, like,
Yeah.
or donate in certain aspects. So
One of the walkers now brings her granddaughter to my baby group.
yes, yeah.
Full circle.
Well, I mean, the seniors have a strong influence on town meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So the more seniors you get involved,
They're the ones that show up.
So bring your
Yeah.
crew.
Yeah. And we
Yeah.
partner with we partner with the senior center on a lot of things
Oh,
as well.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Joanna always does an amazing job with working with the director there to make cards for the seniors. So like every holiday, like Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Oh, you should even tell the two individuals you were having the kids.
That's for Cornerstone.
That's for Cornerstone. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, excuse me.
But
yeah.
we do have a monthly program with Cornerstone of Milford, and they come once a month and bring some residents who volunteer and make a craft with the kids, or
oh, wow.
yeah, or whatever they feel like doing.
And the kids got to go there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are, now that we have our amazing youth center van, we were able to go to.
I was gonna ask you, is that being used?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
We were able to go to Cornerstone for our program with the van, and so anyhow, that's how our program works. But the two lovely ladies that run the program and bring the residents and all that kind of stuff, they're great. It's Maddie and Leah. And they had asked if we would make cards for two women from the facility. One is turning 104 and the other is turning 102 in February.
Wow.
So we were delighted to do that, and instead I asked, instead of making just several little cards, I asked for some of their favorite things, and David and I just kind of sketched out
Doodled.
big poster boards, and the kids are beginning to sign them and write little notes and all of that thing. So we're excited to.
Well, I'm happy to hear the van's working.
It's working. And
Well, no, you laugh, but there was a lot of controversy,
yeah, so-
because we've got a dozen vans at the high school. And the question was, you can't share one of the,
I was not aware.
oh, there's always fun backstories when you're asking for town money.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
No, I mean, for the month of December, the amount of times we alone use that van, because
Gifts.
if people weren't familiar, we also provide gifts for the holidays for all of our participants for the most part. So we were donated well over $60,000 worth of gifts and distributed to over 300 youth and their families this holiday season. And we used that van to do every single pickup. So one event we had to fill up the whole van along with a box truck. And then every other business that participated, we were able to use the van to pick up, where in the past, like even for a fundraiser or an event like this, we would have to take all of our personal cars and get volunteers or other townsfolk to help us with their own vehicles to go to these
fill up.
locations to fill up. Because, I mean, for example, in Marlboro, for United Way of Tri-County, they sponsored 60 kids this year. And they get huge gifts for all of like over $100 worth per each child. We never could fit all those gifts in one vehicle, so we were able to use the one van.
This year we did
It was like, and it just saves time.
Oh,
it saves
yeah.
resources. It
Well,
saves
the
energy.
exposure, when you're asking people to use their personal
Yep.
vehicles for town, essentially town business.
Yeah.
You know, that was one of the things that came up. I mean, the overall was, you can't share vans because you're using them at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it
And
wasn't.
that was the overall
Selling point.
selection reason.
But it's
If
been
you
great. The summer, it was amazing.
Oh my
in
God, the summer alone.
Just
The
with all the
summer
field
camp.
trips, shuttling, all the gear we bring, and
Well, the summer was the easiest part because school's out of session.
yeah,
So it came up, it was the 9 months that the school's using the vans, that's why they
Yeah,
bought
yeah,
them. At the same time that the youth center needs a van.
Yep.
So it's great to hear that the van's being used.
Yes.
it's being
It
used. Might need a new one soon.
No.
Just kidding. Just
If
kidding.
anyone wants their marketing on that van, that's our biggest sponsor level. That's part of our annual appeal campaign. So if anyone wants a nice big logo on our van, that's sponsored by to help keep all these things
Oh,
going on.
that's a great idea.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any businesses, Milford?
Full of great ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, the businesses in Milford have always been very pro-kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Milford Fed
Yeah.
and places like that, every time you turn around, they're sponsoring something.
Very
Yeah.
lucky.
Yeah, and I think a lot of Milford businesses, kids probably come to the
Yep.
youth center and use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Or their parents go to the businesses.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So tell me about pickleball.
Oh my God, I love pickleball.
This
Dave,
is them too. I
Yep.
don't.
That,
I
I
don't
mean, that became
pickleball.
the controversy over the last town meeting.
Why?
because of the
Pickleball?
one that was
Oh,
built at the
God.
town park.
Oh.
I couldn't understand. We traded off some basketball space for pickleball.
Mm-hmm.
And there were complaints about how much noisier. I'm sitting there saying, old people playing pickleball are noisier than a bunch of teenage kids playing basketball.
These seniors get out of hand.
Apparently it was the ball,
Oh, really?
the click-clack. But it seems we haven't heard much about it lately, so maybe it's over. But
Well, it's cold out now.
Yeah,
Right.
they're at the youth center indoors.
Yeah,
playing
they're
now.
indoors at the center.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't
so
mind
the
noise.
basketball courts get turned into pickleball.
Yep, we have 3 nets, so we can have 3 games going on at all times. And yeah, so we actually only do it in the winter now in colder months because of how popular the courts are at the parks now. But as soon as it got too cold, they all transferred over into the youth center, and I even go some nights. Love pickleball. David used to be my partner. Got to get David back into it. But it's a lot of fun. I mean,
doing it.
pickleball is a great sport that a lot of people, no matter what their age, can play in and have a
Is
good
it
time.
mainly old people or?
So it's a mix. I mean, like, I hope I'm not considered too old. I play, but I am older.
I think
I'm
it's
getting
a
older,
mix.
but we have some older folks, some like that join. But it's it's definitely a mix. Like I play with all my friends. I've gotten all my friends into it. It's such a fun activity.
I don't think it's a age
Yeah.
thing.
Well, the kids put it in perspective. When you're around kids and they're looking and say, do old people like you still do this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're really competitive too. Like these,
Yeah.
it's like people reliving their glory days when they get on the pickleball court. Lots of fun.
It's too many rules for me. I'll never be able to remember them.
It's not
I
that
just can't
hard.
remember the score.
The scoring is a little unique in the way that they do it, but it's once you get it, it's easy.
I could never figure it out.
Just hit the ball back and let them tell you what to do. That's what I do.
And they will. Like pickleball people are very precise. They will let you know what you're
Yeah.
doing right and what you're doing wrong.
And you are one of them.
No, I am not the craziest. Like when I go, I'm even like, and I always tell them I'm off the clock if I ever play because I'm there to play and have a good time. And then I'm also super competitive and say some like, and I'm like, if whatever I say, I'm off the clock. I'm not the youth center director anymore. I'm here to compete.
But if you hit the ball too hard to her when you go to swipe your card to get in,
Yeah,
why doesn't my card work?
Jen?
Security-wise, how does the youth center fare?
So we actually had a security audit done a couple years ago. We had an outside company that was suggested by the Milford Police come in, and we got a report out of it, and we've been tackling things from that report, and I would argue it's super secure. I mean, we've done pretty much everything on the list with a couple exceptions that are more costly that we're looking through grants and or potential town meeting, but we always try to figure it out before that. But I mean, yeah, we just had the company come out and do a de-escalation training for us and an active shooter training. So we're always looking for ways to make sure that our space is not only accessible but safe while we have our participants in the facility.
Well, the good news is, it seems like everybody is comfortable with the level of security for the kids.
Yeah.
You don't hear
Yeah.
fights and gangs and
No.
noise like that.
No.
I do run into quite often when a parent or a guardian is walking in, and they're not allowed to during the after school time frame. And so when you're stopping them, they'll either very quickly appreciate that we're stopping them, because imagine all of the parents and guardians coming in constantly, it would be mayhem. So we're just like, oh, I have to stop you right there. I apologize. We don't let you. And then, you know, you give them the options to, if your child is not answering their phone, you can call the youth center and we'll get them out for you, or you can come and buzz the door and speak to Angelica at the front desk, and she will send them right out for you. And then, you know, you have that handful that don't really understand why they can't, but, you know, those are few and far between. But the important part is that so many of them get it and appreciate it. And, you know, I always say, for the safety of your children, so it's not just mine, because yes, mine is there too, but it's for all of them. And I think that, you know, safety in and of itself, that plays a part. Until
Well, you
we
always
get-
want to take preventative action.
Yeah.
I mean, when FinCom got criticized heavily for investing $600,000 in the SWAT program for the school. And I remember when when Chief Robbie said, the average response time is 18 minutes for the regional SWAT team, from when we call it in to when they show up. He said the average incident is over in 12. So I looked at
It's
Chairman and I said, God help us if we don't support this and something happens. I hope that those SWAT officers never get used, except in traffic like they do when they have time. But God forbid that we save a little bit of money here or there, and somebody's child gets hurt.
And we love the special ops unit. We have a great relationship with them as well, and they come during the after-school program when they're able to as well, so that we build that relationship with the kids and the local law enforcement as well. So we are
And
really supportive.
that's key, because you
Yes.
see so many reports in the media that kids don't know the police, don't know
Yeah.
law enforcement.
And the kids are familiar with their faces, because, you know, when they visit the center, and it helps them to oh, I know you from the center type of thing, so they're
Yeah, when I grew up, the police knew you. You knew who they were. My neighbor, all he'd have to do is look, and you're like, yeah, I know.
Don't tell my dad.
Any last words you want to leave with the town of Milford?
Just thank you for the support. Thank you, Al, for having us on the show and Milford TV.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're really appreciative
Yeah,
of
you guys are
everybody
great.
that supports the youth center. So thank you.
Thank you for helping our kids.
Of course, we're happy to do it.
And as always, get to know what's available in Milford. If you have questions, call the youth center, because you're paying for them. I mean, at the end of the day, it's an incredible program opportunity, and every time I go down there, I find a new thing you're doing tucked away somewhere in the building. So as always, thanks for joining us tonight. May God bless. To our 6 loyal viewers, may tomorrow be a better day than tonight. Good night, all.
Far too long since I've been home. Been running all my life just